I really like how depending on the angle you go, this door is really hidden. And also the fact that there's now doors that literally go up on the roof and not up on the roof. Oh, you're actually a different kind of beetle this time, are you? As you dig directly into the snow. Salutations everybody, welcome back to another episode of Metroid Prime Randomizer. So the ice beetle, a burrowing insect with an ice-reinforced carapace, averse to heat. This member of the beetle family has adapted to life in the sub-zero temperatures and Phendrana's drifts, growing a thick ice shell over his entire body. The ice is extremely resilient, almost resistant, which technically it would have also been semi-correct. But anyways, it provides the ice beetle with extra protection and augmented digging abilities. I love that. And we can still hit them, but today I do want to try to avoid as many enemies as we can, but this also is not going to be an assassin challenge at all today, because in this area in particular, we do actually need to fight a lot of space pirates. But part of the challenge is, well, most of the challenge is actually going to be trying to avoid getting hit by them. Not the hit list, because I know I'm still going to get hit, but as little damage as possible would be ideal. Also, don't know why I'm not trying to do the super missiles, which we actually got last episode. Super missile, rather. I don't think we can do it with the wave beam, I think it's just with the charge beam, but still. Ow! Rude, dude. Rude. But now we can go all the way down, although that being said, I don't think jumping down would be correct. But like this door right here, which is currently locked, I believe. No, it's not. I thought it would lock us in for whatever reason. But we are just going to be heading right down and scanning this and just barely avoid getting struck by that. So all 3 force fields must be deactivated. Okay, that makes sense. Ah, it's another pew pew dude. How are you doing, dudes? I didn't really like you last episode considering how many times you actually managed to hit me. Just like you jerk. And oh, okay, it looks like you're going to get another beam of some sort. Probably this if I had to guess. But who knows? Maybe it won't be. Oh, I was gonna say, did we really not scan that? But speaking of those guys, oh, so we can scan here, which apparently one of them is, that was just one of the beams. And was that not? No, there is still one more left here, which is surprising. It looks like you could just be able to jump through. But I like how these 3 little beams are just stopping Samus from just grabbing the upgrade. But it's fine, we move on. And here's the last one. I like how there is literally just one on each floor. But as we are grabbing this upgrade over here, I want to ask you guys, because last episode we talked about least favorite enemies, what is your favorite enemies? And I think I might have actually asked that one already. If not, I'll ask it again here, because we're trying to continue on with that. But for mine, we have actually just defeated some of them, and it looks like, did we get the scan? Oh, we did. I just don't know how we need to activate their status, because it's different than the other ones. So, this is the reason why I wanted to wait until answering that question. These guys are actually probably one of my favorite Metroid enemies, at least, because these guys are really invisible, plus the space pirates are actually just really freaking cool looking too. Come on, dude, you know you want to attack me. Why are you running away so much? Oh, it's probably because we can actually see them, so they probably feel like they're actually a lot less of a threat, rather. I can speak. I am just trying to change the weapons here. There we go. So I don't know, we can't open these yet, but I think we need to fight some more enemies. So this is actually probably my favorite place in this game, aside from Phendrana's Drift. It's because it looks so interesting. The fact that you literally have to use this visor in order to continue with some of them. So I think this is actually one of the Metroids that we need to use the other beam for. So we're going to change that. And thankfully we didn't get hit by... Where did it go? Oh, there it is. It's like, where did you go, little dude? Where did you go? Okay, just decided to just like, completely run away from us instead of trying to attack us. It's like, dude, you were literally trying to take our life, and then you tried to run away? And now to get attacked from another Metroid over here. It's also interesting that there's actually just no music going on. Like you would think there would be, but no. And it looks like just attacking them actually makes them bigger and bigger. Kind of like freaking exploding them, which is kind of interesting. But I'd say the Metroids are also probably one of my favorite enemies, but also technically not enemies too, because I think is it Super Metroid or Metroid 2 that we actually have one that's nice and it follows around. That one makes me really sad though, just because of what happens to it. But yeah, anyways, that was just to answer that question as we dodge this dude from landing on our face. So do we need to scan something in order to continue on? So there's no power. Of course there's no power because we need to figure out what we need to do. Would it be by activating this maybe? So it looks like that did do something, but what it did I don't really know. Oh, okay. Turned on sunlight. Interesting. I jumped all the way down for like no reason. And interesting, so we actually get to see this thing, which I don't know exactly what it is. I thought it was a space pirate, but it isn't. So this thing is a sentry drone, well-armed and armored security mecha. Sentry drones have a limited intelligence, but they're assigned tasks well. Being machines, they are susceptible to electric attacks. When alerted, drones initiate a security lockdown and attempt to neutralize the intruder. Their electronic warfare suit can scramble visors technology as well. So they are basically like the don't remember what they're actually called, but the things that you ran into before that you need to use a charge beam in order to attack. And there goes me getting as little damage as possible, which sucks. But you know what? It is what it is. And last episode, I also asked you guys what your favorite show is, or a favorite show that you have watched before, or maybe a recent one. And for me, I would say a couple of my favorite shows would be SpongeBob, because, well, it's a fun show, and a lot of the older ones. I also wonder if we release this Metroids, so we know we can actually do that. Okay, so there is power in this room, but we can't necessarily see. Okay, what are you doing? What are you doing exploding? Were you something different or what? I don't know. But we're gonna continue going through. But yeah, anyways. So I'd say that is probably one of my favorite shows. Another one, as this guy is sliding on a roof, freaking like, it looks so freaking badass. It's like, bruh. Like Samus and you guys. Technically, these things are also beat bounty hunters like Samus, is slightly different. Just say, are we actually able to get up here? But we're just gonna make these guys stuck, apparently. So, another show of mine that I really liked as well, which I think is a Netflix original, is Countero the Sweet Tooth Salaryman, which is a really funny show. I haven't watched it all, because I just haven't watched a lot of shows recently. I don't really know why. It's a nice downtime just to be able to sit down and watch shows, so I should probably continue to do that. But I would recommend that if you are interested in learning like Japanese, or just watching something kind of silly. Is really the premise of the show, which is not going to be any spoilers, is that he does his job, but while doing the job, he's also trying to be like a food critic or something like that. He just wants to go really eat like desserts and stuff like that on his job while he does his salaryman business. But yeah, I would definitely recommend watching that show. I enjoyed it quite a bit. And now we probably made it back to a place where we don't need to use our visor anymore? Nope, wait, it looks like that is a yes. Ah, awesome, it is. So, I'm actually going to switch to the charge beam so we can actually try to use our super missiles over here. Kerpow, as they just like splatter, like, dang Samus. Dang Samus, do that thing, but we could also just ignore them because we don't need to use up the whole thing, because we want to go somewhere. I think we want to go all the way over here. I don't really know exactly where we need to go, but the game will eventually tell us, which is nice. And now it's dark once again, so we need to put our visor back on. So I'm guessing the parts that are all inside, we are going to be needing to use the beams for. So like how I just tried to go to the save station, and yet I fell directly down. But that's okay, we will continue going forwards because I'm trying to avoid these as much as possible. I'm also really wanting to do another assassin challenge at some point. It's just, today is not that day because I'm trying to survive against one of the toughest enemies in the games. Just saying, the Metroids are pretty easy to avoid with these space pirates, man. These space pirates. I also really like how this visor allows us to also see through the walls. So this definitely comes in handy later on, because obviously right now it already comes in handy. Guessing this is a drone. It looks like it, but it's hard to tell since we just have the visor on. Hello, you are. Interesting, okay. Okay, yeah, you do your thing. Ooh, it's actually interesting seeing what it looks like when Samus gets attacked or hit with this visor on as well. And again, these guys just being badass on the roofs over here. I love this so much. I think these are actually the assassin ones that we have fought before. Yeah, they are. It's kind of interesting how you don't really get to see why they're called assassins until all the lights get turned off. Also go to try to avoid, getting the Metroids out here. Okay, what? You jerk! I was trying to get the super missiles out, and yet you come over here and do that. I am not on the right charge beam. Let's try to do that. There we go. That's what you want. Yeah, you want to like get a taste of that? You get blown up like that. But now, on topic of shows and stuff like that, on the other hand, has there been any shows that you have watched recently, or any favorite shows that you have watched recently, or movies, not shows? As for me, I think the recent movie that I've watched was actually Coco, or Keke, because I actually watched it in Mandarin, which is really fun. I just really like that movie. It's so sweet, and it really tugs at my heartstrings. It's like, bruh, I think I actually cried at least a few times at it. What came at? Oh, it's a Metroid that came attack me, and want to try to survive here because we are low of health. No, don't latch onto me. Please don't latch onto me. I'm trying to survive here, Metroid. Not trying to get attacked from you. It would probably be best if we tried to use other things. So do we actually have a safe station nearby? We have one up there, but I think our best shot is just to continue going forwards and try not to get hit like 8,000 times, which is my issue. And now we got this room, which actually looks a little bit different. I don't know if it is different or not. And haha, you tried to sneak up, but unfortunately for you, I'm not going to allow that. I'm also just going to use some missiles on you because I think it's going to be our best bet. Okay, I mean that works. I was trying to attack this drone. Oh, that actually startled me a little bit. Thankfully, going in this door, we could literally just troll our way through and absorb this health, at least hopefully. I love trolling enemies in games like this, especially when you're low in health. So I'm gonna very carefully go in here because I have a feeling there's gonna be more around the corner. And wonder what would be going down. That's a map station. I do hear somewhere that there was a dude that dropped down. There he is. There's another one. So thankfully these guys actually kind of take their time. They all don't necessarily go down all at once, but just enough that we can see them where they are. Hello, dude. Ooh, this is also another reason why I wanted to try to do some kind of like hitless challenge, but it is a struggle for me for some reason. We're just gonna go through here and hopefully make it out in one piece, because now there's suddenly this area is just littered with friggin' people. Oh, and we made it out to the drifts once again. And it looks like there's actually something up here that we could hit. So I'm guessing with these, we need to use the super missile. Let's figure that out as soon as we can actually change. For whatever reason, it just decided not to actually change them. And that is the case. Sweet. So what did that do for us? Because we see that it still has no power. So can we scan here again? It looks like we can. So maybe if we use another super missile under here? No. Oh, that's just what we needed to do. We needed to use the wave beam. Now we got these guys. Well, that being said, I should probably heal so that we don't get KO'd. And I think over here would also be a good place to leave it off. But yeah, anyways, with the movies and stuff like that, I will actually answer that question in the next episode more, because I did say one movie, but there are other movies and stuff that I really like and would probably recommend if you guys haven't watched it before, but obviously I will tell them next episode. Thankfully, we made it to safety. So that was a very chaotic episode, but it was very fun. I was just trying to figure out what the heck I was doing. But I think in the next episode, then in that case, we will actually try to continue our no-hit run. And it looks like, not a no-hit run, but a assassin run or something like that. Looks like we're also going to be fighting the next boss, which is going to be interesting to do. But until then, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you liked this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Snatch that wake off the subscribe button and smack into the face or something like that. Type something down in the comments down below. Do what you do, and I'll see you in the next video. Looks like we would just be able to jump up here, but we can't. But yeah, anyways, till I ramble on, and one last comment. Looks like these are just giant speakers. Kinda love it. Anyways, peace.